Hi guys, Scott here from the Core Fitness Training Club. Just going to do a little session here just regarding knee strengthening exercises. So lots of my clients, my personal training clients, do pick up various knee niggles and injuries. And obviously the idea is then for you to not make it worse by loading the joint, by pushing on too much when you're training. You might need to back off before you can then push on again. Things like forward lunges can be very harsh on the knees, so we might take that out, we might revert it to a squat, sit down squat using like a bench to sit down on, or completely take that away. So the idea is then, I would then maybe use a rubber resistance mini band, something like this, and I would probably then revert to doing some floor exercises. After that, we then revert on to maybe some standing exercises and so on and so forth. But for now, nice and simple, with your mini band, let's get some hip activation. So if we rock onto the side like this, knees together, we can do some little clamp openers. So where we might find the knee isn't necessarily painful here, it's because it's not quite being used. Activate the hip, just by opening, by then closing. We could then extend the leg out, still activate the hip, we've got to raise up, we've got to drop, we've got to raise back up, we've got to drop. Again, hip activation, glute activation, quad activation in to the knee. Those two exercises then, nice and simple, with a mini band. You then add your band on your knee, somewhere like that, and then you're trying to keep your heels together, open up the resistance band. So there's a little bit more resistance to then activate a little bit more. You can then try onto the side and do the same idea. Activate, switch on, hand a little bit easier on your head there like that, and raise and pulse. So the resistance band is just putting a nice bit of pressure on the knee, on the hip. Tight, 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 activate. You're then getting stronger, should we say. So then we can then revert onto the hands and the knees. If you're okay to be on the knees, we then hold on like this, and we might do a little bit more bum kick. Knees together, bum kick in. We might do a straight leg back, like this here, straight back. We might then do a little hip crossover stretch, like this, down, and then down. So it all depends on this left knee here. Can we do this? Can we keep it there? I'm activating the correct muscles in the right leg. But then obviously we'll do both sides as well. So then you'll change across and do your little moves in there. Nice little pinch point would be a downward dog pose. So you're trying to push your heels to the floor, trying to get your calves activated. Back of the legs here. 3, 2, 1. Nice and simple. And then we can specifically work on your back. Quad dominant moves, quad raises. There's your knee, these are all the muscles we're trying to strengthen. Without the band to begin with, we can do some hip bridges. Clench your bum, lower it back to base. Clench again, and lower it back to base again. You've got a nice thrust mode going on. Single leg hip thrust. So my left leg isn't working, my right leg is working. Squeeze tight. Drop to the floor. I might want to do that with the heel down a little bit more. Toe up, squeeze tight, boom. I can then repeat the same bridge and I can lower the leg. So my leg is extended, all these muscles are working. Raise, slowly lower, and raise. Repeat that obviously on the other side as well. So you're getting the same idea, working the opposite leg. You can do your hip bridges, your hip thrusts, and your pumps. So you're pushing your knees away. Activate, that's all we're trying to do, activate. Lift up, squeeze out, lift up, and then squeeze out. So there's a various few exercises all designed to be strengthening the legs in general, but not putting any unnecessary strain through the knee joint. Reverting into doing some squat sets eventually, but the idea being you've got to really be concentrated on the knees doing their thing, pushing back up again. So my potential idea would be just take a little chair and just see if you can just sit on the chair. And then you pressure off your knees, standing up, using your knees. So you're not really jumping, you're not twisting it, you're not doing anything to make anything worse. Very actually lastly, good way to use these mini bands standing as well. So I can loop around my ankles, I've got my thighs, my core switched on, and I can do some sideways step taps. Sideways step taps. Not jumping, not impacting, sideways steps like this, like this, like this, like this. It all depends on if you can stand on this leg here. Backwards, sideways, forwards, same on the other leg. There There isn't necessarily a right or a wrong here. Soft knee, standing leg, and activate the moving leg. Best one to do. Just sidestep it, bring it up past your knees, and do the same idea there, like just blast in. And you see I'm just soft all the time, I'm not rigid, I'm not rocked, I'm nice and soft. 3, 2, and 1, and then relax. So again, hopefully that helps you guys just with your knee rehab exercise ideas. Please give me a shout if I can be of any more assistance, and I'll see you all soon. Good job, guys.